Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll share with you some DIY easy planters. Let's go ahead and get started. DIY number 1. For this project, I'm going to be using this large bamboo skewers. I actually found this at a Dollar Tree. They're huge. And then this tea container. It is a tin container. And then this leather ribbon. First, I'm going to measure how much I'm going to cut these bamboo skewers. I marked it and I cut them all out with my miter saw. I cut out 3 at the beginning, and the first thing I did is just sand the edges a little bit. I didn't want it to be rough because the top part will be shown a little bit, and then when that's done, I'm starting to glue them. I used my hot glue and I'm just going to put a little dab on the bottom and in that raised part towards the top, and I'm going to glue them that way. And then I'm going to continue all the way until I ran out of bamboo skewers. So very soon I realized I'm not gonna have enough, so I went ahead and cut out 2 more, so that's total of 5 bamboo skewers, and that was just enough. This is how it looks like when everything is glued, already looking really cute. Now I'm gonna take this Rust-Oleum chalk paint in a linen white color and I will paint it. Now I made a mistake. I should have painted the tin first. I actually thought I have a white spray paint and that way everything would be covered, but I did not. So I actually took this chippy brush from the Dollar Tree and I made sure my paint went all the way through the tin, between the bamboo skewers to the tin. So now when everything was dried, I'm taking this wood tint. I bought it at Joann's long time ago and it's beautiful in a gray color. I am using the foam brush and just applying it and then wiping it off. And I did that several times until I was happy with the way it looks like. And I left that to dry. When everything was dried, I'm taking this faux leather ribbon from the Dollar Tree in a brown color and I'm measuring out how much I need to use to wrap it around the top. I cut it off and then I'm just going to use a hot glue, not all the way around, but I just hot glued the beginning and then a few spots in the middle, or actually along the way, and then at the end. Now I wanted to make sure the ribbon is going all the way on the top rim of this planter. I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the bottom, so I'm going to add another layer of this ribbon on the bottom. So this is how it looks like. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm just gonna put some boxwood picks that I got at Walmart inside, and that's gonna be it for this planter. This was so easy to make. It was so fun to make, actually. Very inexpensive. As always, you know, my projects are inexpensive. This one cost me less than $1 to make and I absolutely love it. But as always, I want to hear what do you guys think about this one. Would you change something and would you recreate it? If you're returning to my channel, I just want to thank you for being here, for all your support, for commenting and liking my videos. But if you're new, I want to welcome you. I really hope you'll enjoy my videos and hopefully you will stick around and click that subscribe button to see more upcoming videos. DIY number 2. For this project, I'm going to be using this tuna fish can and then these stickers from the Dollar Tree and also these square wooden beads. They're actually a brain teaser game from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting these beads on the bottom rim and on the top rim of this tuna can. This is actually the first time I've been using these stickers, and they're very sticky, so that's really good. So when everything was done, I'm taking this Waverly chalk paint in a color ink, and I'm gonna give this one full coat. Again, if you have a spray paint, it will probably be easier to do this. I did not have any, and then I went ahead and just used this, and chalk paint dries pretty fast, so that's Good. And I gave one little coat from the inside just to make sure nothing is going to be shown when I put my flowers in. Now when it's dry, I'm taking this Waverly chalk paint in color Silver Lining. It is very light gray, almost like white color. And I'm just dry brushing this planter. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing with these cubes. They're actually going to be the legs of this planter. I actually like this brain game because it is very convenient for crafting. So now I'm going to just use a hot glue and attach these legs to the bottom of this planter. After that, I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of paper towel just to not use so much moss, and then put a little bit of moss on top, and then this cute succulent, I just stuck it on top, and that's it for this planter. Another super easy and inexpensive planter. This one cost me way less than $1 to make, as you can imagine, but I think it's so gorgeous, modern yet rustic. And you can make it your own. You can choose the paint that you want and the style that you want, but I think it's so beautiful and just adds beautiful touch to a home. Again, I'd like to hear what do you think about this one. If you're on a social media, please look for me. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. I usually post a lot of my DIYs over there, so come and say hi. Also, my regular upload times are Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If there's any kind of changes, I'm going to let you know in advance. DIY number 3. This one I actually saw on Pinterest, very similar, not the same one, so I decided to make it my own. So I'm going to use these large beads, wooden beads, and I have 18 of them. So I'm going to actually take 3 at a time, and I'm going to hot glue them together. I'm hot gluing it on to the part where there is a hole. So there's going to be 6 sets of 3 when I'm done with everything. Now, if you want, you can use a wood glue for this. Again, I'm using hot glue gun because it's faster. So this is how it looks when everything is done. And now I'm going to hot glue them together. So I'm going to actually hot glue 9 together. And then I'm going to do the same thing with another set of 9. And then when I'm done, I have these 2 kind of blocks. They look like this. And I'm going to take 4 smaller beads. You can see how smaller they are. And then I am going to hot glue them in between the outer 3 beads. So you see what I'm doing over here. I'm just adding a dab of hot glue right on the top and on the bottom around the hole of the bead. And that way it will be hot glued to the other 2 beads. And this is how it looks like when it's all done. And I'm just going to attach these 2 pieces together. After I attached it, this is how this little planter looks like. I think it's so adorable. I did not like these holes on top, so I decided to cover them with speckling. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my fingers to fill out these holes, smooth them out. I'm going to leave them to dry completely, and then I'm going to use my fingers just to rub it off, and if it's needed somewhere, I will just sand it a little bit. This color Ivory by Waverly chalk paint is actually very similar to the color of natural wood beads. So I'm just going to add a little bit on top of where the speckling was and smear it with my fingers just to camouflage that and make it look very nice and seamless. And I'm going to add these 2 beautiful tulips that I got from Target Dollar Spot for $1. And that's going to be it for this planter. This planter is so gorgeous. I absolutely love it, and it makes me smile. It is so simple. I love the simplicity of it. And again, it was so inexpensive to make. I think maybe $1, a little over $1. You can create it your own. You can make use the colors that you want. You can make it rustic if you want. I just think it's gorgeous. But if you like it, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. with the notification bell to all, because that way you will not miss any of my future videos. Please tell me which one of this was your favorite. Would you recreate any of this? Would you change something? I would like to hear that in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.
The place is grown all wide, 'cause I don't know if it'll